What is up guys, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Strange Man mode. In the previous episode, we bonked a spider on the head with a bronze mace, we handed in the blue Powerade in exchange for thieving XP, as well as exchanging an egg to be blessed by the gods. In this episode, the first order of business will be to go ahead and select the next unlock. As you guys remember, in the previous episode we had 10 Sages Renown left, so I believe the first order of business will be to go ahead and unlock mining, both because it plays a part in the Ice Mountain quest, and it will also allow me access to Dorgish Khan eventually, and I do want to get into a fair bit of content within that city in the future episodes, so I think it's a good choice, as well as also being able to help out within the remainder of the Wise Old Man tasks. So there we have it. The next skill unlock is going to be mining. Other than that, we are going to go ahead and continue where we left off last night, and that is in search of the 6th and final spear. It's going to be a very painful process with the current lack of stats in attack and strength. However, we have one spear left to go. I'm not giving up. I just genuinely do want to at least get to incredible reflexes from the Wise Old Man grind. And since we have that prayer relic, we're at least going to be getting some passive XP as well along the way. So it should help us to get the rest of the way there. Alright, beautiful. We are going dry, as you can see, by the inventory completely being filled up. I'm genuinely broke to the point I'm going to have to sell the goblin mail along with the bronze square shields, possibly to afford more runes. However, the goblins have been generous. They've given us a skilling fragment. So let us open it up and see what we get. Yes, the Praying Respects fragment has been leveled up to tier 2. That's actually huge news right now, fellas. That means we now get awarded, I think, the full XP. Instead of 11, we now get 22 per kill, so that should amplify the speed quite a bit. And after many grueling hours of combat, our bronze mace stained with the legions of goblins that we slaughtered, we've also got Arcane Conduit to level 2, which I believe has increased the chance of salvaging runes from about 40% to 60%, which, in all honesty, with my lack of cash right now, is pretty huge, so glad to see the relics slowly making their way up in the power charts. Let's go! Alright, well, the grind is finally complete. I don't even want to know how many goblins that took, but we spent minimum of like 4 hours trying to do that grind, but I think it kind of paid off in the end, seeing as Praying Respects is now level 2 and shall give us a nice boost for the rest of the grind. I'm hoping it didn't reset, and it didn't reset overnight. And he gave us how much money? He gave us 182 GP for a 5-hour grind, you ungrateful old codger. Let's just continue doing these tasks. Yeah, dude, this has to be like one of the strangest experiences I've ever had on the game. Have you guys ever safe spotted a bed and casted water bolt? Well, I have. This is my 19th task since completing the bronze spears. I believe this will be the final prayer blessing to get us to where we wanted to go, which is level 34 prayer. Beautiful stuff. Gotten almost exclusively by doing the Wise Old Man task system and getting the passive bone crushing perk. But for now, I do want to turn my attention towards getting some quests done and finally unlocking the prerequisite for Ice Mountain, which is 16 quest points. Just finishing up Goblin Diplomacy. Just as I mentioned before, I do want to get the quest line done that eventually will unlock the Goblin City down below Lumbridge, Dorgish Khan, and we got 5 quest points for that. Obviously the crafting XP is null and void, but we'll take the gold bar, very, very respectable. We need 7 more quest points, and then we'll be able to send the Ice Mountain quest. And next up, we have completed the Tribal Totem quest. That should give a fair bit of thieving XP for handing this in. That is a total of 8,000 thieving XP, bringing us all the way up to level 32. Means we can now thieve from the Isle of Souls chest. And also we got some high healing food for any early boss fights, up to 10 quest points. And since we are about to do the Observatory quest, I am taking it upon myself to go and find the oddest spawn that no one ever uses to collect a plank. Let's hopefully see you back in some kind of dank dungeon where there's like some obscure plank. Well, there was a toss-up between this area in the wilderness and the Isle of Souls, and I eventually went with this one, as I haven't even ever seen Laren's Key, because I'm not used to playing anything other than hardcore, so let's hope we don't get bopped on the head by anything that resides over there. Why have we tagged that? Alright, oh, nice. I don't know why this tile is tagged, to be honest. And there we go, that's the final plank spawn. Not much activity here, also managed to yoink most of the bones I'm eventually going to need for Demon Slayer. And we might end up doing that quest just for poops and giggles, see if we can defeat Delriff with like 1 attack. Bro, all throughout the years, whenever I've done the Observatory quest, I've never noticed that there's 2 female goblins here. At least I think they're female. This is like the strange and wonderful side of RuneScape I'm getting to explore because of this series, bro. What on earth? Ah, black 2H and an uncut sapphire. You know what? Normally this would get instantaneously sold to a general store, but in this game mode, I'm gonna use that blade. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and hand in the Porcine of Interest quest. As you can see, we are looking dapper with our buttock protectors and the reinforced goggles, looking like a bit of a mad scientist, but as you can see, we're probably trying to take a bit of a unique approach and new quests people normally would not do at the beginning, which means we're going to miss out on the Slayer XP, seeing as we have not unlocked it as skill just yet, which is just fine by me. We're going to do some Mazkana Slayer eventually down in Canifis. There we go. 1000 Slayer XP, which we are not able to redeem. We got some more Sage's Renown and League points for completing that one. And we're up to 13 quest points. Beautiful. There is the Romeo and Juliet quest completed as well. I didn't have too many options in terms of what quest was not going to award me XP. That would be wasted. But that brings us to 18. We can now send below Ice Mountain. And on top of that, we also reached tier 3. So I think we can go ahead and put down another relic. Yeah, that's nice though. We just got given Slay and Pay, which just awards 10% more Slayer points. That might be good in the long term. However, I think now we'll reactivate Smooth Criminal for the 3rd slot. Seeing it is the most utilizable one out in the world, seeing as we not enchanting any jewelry yet, anything like that off the bat. And yeah, we might train some thieving by pickpocketing sooner rather than later. So we'll have that perk back up. So together with the Bone Crusher and the Rune Saver, that's our 3 current relics. And as ever, to add a bit of flavor, we are going to be traversing through the Tree Gnome Village maze to hit the general store and pick up some cooked meat. The lengths I go to do these quests. Let's go. Alright, I am delighted to report. Beautiful. I didn't even know that was a task. Visit the Tree Gnome Village for an additional 1 Sage Renown. See, this is what happens when you explore the game. And now we visit the homie Balkoi from Hard Clues. A few of you might know him. Pick up a couple of cooked meats. Very, very nice. Should we get these bronze arrows as well? We might as well. We just got like 5k from that quest reward from that other place, so beautiful. And quickly we got level 10 mining over at the Aurania mine. I'm just now noticing this kind of looks like a flaccid, never mind. But yeah, we got level 10 mining for the Ice Mountain quest real quick at a really underused location. As you know, some things we can do with mining, just showcase some of the more rare mines that people rarely go to. Alright, we got a boss fight here coming up shortly for the finale of the Ice Mountain quest. I think there's 2 ways to defeat this Guardian. One is to fight it outright, and another is to mine the 4 pillars, which requires 10 mining. I'm going to try that less often traveled method and just bring these pillars down on top of its head. Hopefully we end up surviving here, because yeah, 10 HP is kind of scary even against such a dead boss. Let's try anyway. Please, mine it! Go! Yes! We're good at the game. We did it the unorthodox way. We mined our way to victory. Beautiful stuff, bro. Let's go. Beautiful. That is the completion of the quest. We get 2,000 coins. And more importantly, we get access to the Camdozaal ruins, which we'll be using to train some fishing here pretty shortly. I've honestly never played this content beyond just the quest completion. I think most players who at this point complete the quest just end up walking away. Well, by now this mace is stained with the blood of many goblins, but it served us well, served us faithfully through this saga. It is time to upgrade. So we have manually walked all the way from Land's End, had ourselves a little bit of an adventure, and it turns out I think this store in the southeasternmost corner of Shazian does in fact also sell an iron mace. So it'll be a slight upgrade for us, and it will also go with our set of armor. So thank you, Bronze Mace, for your service. You will not soon be forgotten. Bridget, please allow me... Oh, never mind. Never mind! She won't even sell it to me! I guess we're gonna have to do Shazian a favor. And there's the X marks the spot quest completed. Up to 20 quest points right now. Another 200 GP. And this broke stage of the account, every gold piece definitely counts, dude. On to the Klein of Kourend. Alright, beautiful. That is also the Klein of Kourend now completed. I believe I can dump the certificate directly on Shazian. There's actually a way to bypass doing any of the favors later on with unlocking the Kingdom Divided questline for 45 Sears Renown, so I believe we might eventually aim to do that. Other than that, we've got a couple of antique lamps, and as I mentioned, let's just chuck the favor certificate directly on Shazian. The things we do for a very major gear upgrade. We should now be able to use Bridget's shop down in Shazian. Okay, with that hard work done, 2 quests completed that we were not planning on doing. We can now hopefully access the Shazian Armory. Wow, look at the slew of weapons that we have before us. We'll keep it nice and civil for now and pick up an iron mace. Someone's already purchased one, are you serious? That's 63 coins for the upgrade. There we go. We are now a beast at the game. Let's take a look at the stat upgrades we get from that iron mace. In all honesty, that should actually be a pretty significant accuracy upgrade considering we're 1 attack. So yeah, this is nice. The start of a new saga. Also, we have these XP lamps left, and since I want to genuinely actively train mining, fishing and thieving at low levels without impacting them too much with quest rewards or XP lamps, I think the best option might genuinely be just to slap them on magic and save some rune costs. So there's the first one, 4,000 XP, absolutely beautiful, another 4k, and finally a bit of a less XP lamp from X marks the spot. That puts us at 41 magic, now our highest skill, and we get some Sage's Renown as well as League points, up to 13 right now, pretty nice. Before we left Great Kurend, I did want to just come down here and think of an unusual way to obtain a pickaxe upgrade. So we are now using our newly upgraded Fire Strike. I just feel so damn powerful right now. We're gonna take down this animated pickaxe. That is the true way to upgrade your mining gear right here. There we have it. There's an iron pick upgrade. That should help us when we go and continue training in that new ice mountain region. We can be rid of the bronze pickaxe as well. The saga of upgrades has continued. Welcome to Camdozaal, the home of the ancient Imkando civilization. Here lived artisans and craftsmen of unequal prowess, and they undertook the process of metallurgy within these great caverns. After unknown calamity, their population fell into decay, leaving but 2 of their kind alive today. Within these enchanted halls of old are deposits of mystical minerals, as well as an abundance of fish species that can be harvested by the intrepid adventurer. So for now, I think we can focus on gathering some of these raw materials via fishing and mining, and we can come back here later once cooking and smithing is unlocked, and we can get to processing them and possibly unlocking some stuff that can get some more league tasks completed. I think focusing on this region is not going to be a very common strategy, so I think we're definitely keeping it within the spirit of this Strange Man mode. Let's go ahead and catch these fish. And there we go, we caught the first guppy for 64 XP. This is going to be a very, very reclined and cozy spot. We're just in the middle of a cave, all alone, looking at this ambient crystals, surrounded by waterfalls, deep underground. This is what Strange Man mode is all about. Look at that, my friends. We've unearthed some ancient dwarven knowledge here from the Imkando lands. Let's see what this fragment is going to be. Chef's catch. Ooh, make use of that. Yeah, caught fish. 20% chance that any fish caught are cooked, granting cooking experience regardless of the level requirements. That might actually be somewhat useful. Okay, we've leveled up to 15 fishing, and just as soon as we did arrive here, we are going to depart for cleaner shores and keep it moving, show off some more unexplored fishing spots throughout the world. I do want to make a pit stop over in Witch Haven though, real quick. Okay, we've come to one of the more unusual spots to purchase fishing equipment, Mr. Ezekiel's Lovecraft store in Witch Haven. I'm going to quickly pick up a fishing rod as well as maybe about 200 bait for the journey ahead. We got to visit these less frequented businesses. We got to represent the masses of Gielinor and spend some coin where it's rarely spent. Ah yes, the tranquil shores of Entrana. Here we will be baiting for some herrings for the next 5 levels or so, and just recline next to the Holy Monk Island. We even brought some priest robes to fit in with the locals. And there we have it. That did not take too long. We just wanted to quickly stop by here as a pit stop and get 20 fishing. And now we've cooked several of the fish as well, which is quite cool, seeing as we don't really have any food besides wines that we can use at the minute. So that relic is actually a bit of a blessing. We've come to the edge of the known world, heading all the way out to Land's End on the westernmost coast of the Kurend area. Plan is now to just fish up some anchovies and shrimps. And we also got a league task to catch an anchovy. See, it pays to traverse to the edge of the known world. And there we have it. We are yet to stay for like more than half an inventory or full inventory at one spot. That gave us 5 levels instantaneously. Our next 3 levels are going to be taking us within the vicinity of Ardi. Even though it's a fairly popular city for a lot of things, these 2 fishing spots aren't one of them. And especially the entry for this place over in the wiki just enticed me to come here even further. Look at this, just north of the town is a peaceful knoll in the shade of a willow tree with 2 fishing spots. That sounds fairly reclined to me. Let's just chill here for a little bit, get 3 levels before we move on to the next zone. And we are casually stopping by Keldagrim in order to pick up a torch. I don't believe this guy's ever had a customer in his store, so he better be grateful. And that's left us with a very aesthetic amount of 5,000 GP. Definitely rather prefer doing this than overpaying the 1,000 gold over by the swamp cave. That was my other alternative option for unlocking a light source. Ah, very nice. We also get a task for lighting that torch. Gonna also take advantage of the situation and use this little known about mine south of Keldagrim and gather up some tin while we're here. Also get ourselves to 14 mining, then we can take care of those unidentified materials in the Camdozaal place. It's time to use an unconventional transport method. Now that we're down here in Keldagrim, we might as well take the cart down to Ice Mountain and support the local Keldagrim economy. Let's go, we got the minecart ticket. Let's freaking send this unusual journey. Well, we ended up dying to swamp gas. I didn't catch it on recording, sadly, but such are the perils of being a modern day fisherman. Back to Lumbridge we go. We're gonna try again and hopefully the second leg of the expedition will be a lot less annoying than the first. Yeah, this is not going to be a viable method. We just ended up dying again. Like, the instant we, like, relit the torch. So, I don't think that the swamp caves are going to be viable until we can select another fire source that is not going to immediately blow up. Yeah, I think at this point this has just become a salvage operation. We brought some food to survive the tiny insects nibbling on my calves while we head down in the dungeon and retrieve our stuff. I'm not letting go of 200 fishing bait. I'm sorry, bro, but I refuse. So we retrieve that, we go back to the drawing board, perhaps find a bit more of a stable light source, and that might mean that we have to unlock fire making, which was not really in the plan, but you know, we need to explore all the wonderful and beautiful unknown spots for fishing. And like I said, we will actually go ahead and unlock fire making, which was not part of my initial route, but I believe we might also need it to unlock a dungeon I wish to fish in a bit later. So in one way or another, it will fit into the framework a bit later, but we will spend our 10 renown on unlocking fire making. Luckily, this unexpected detour will allow us to get right into the heart of nature and burn these 4 logs right next to these cozy little boars, this little family of boars by the Shazian outpost, just to the north of their combat training camp. This is a very cozy location that I don't think has been really used. So we'll train a bit of fire making down here. Get us to about level 10 or 15. Wow, we got instantaneous level 4 from just burning the 1 log. Right, okay, short time later we should be getting to 26 fire making from these logs. I did some sleuthing on the OS wiki and it seems like the only feasible way I'm going to be able to progress towards the swamp eels is to use an oil lantern with a frame. Everything else just explodes and would basically one-shot me, so the next move is to unlock agility and get the Dorgish Khan quest done. We've been in combat with that guard for like 3 minutes. Oh god, we might actually die. Run! Run! We're in KO potential! We defeated an Alcarid guard though right there. We're up to 10 Sages Renown once more. Let's go ahead and unlock agility. There we are, we can now go ahead and get level 13 real quick. I think I have something interesting in mind for that. Later on we played some games of Gnome Ball, which got us to level 5 agility. And we completed level 13 over at the Shazian basic agility course. And we also need 17 mining to send the Dorgishan quest, so we've made our way back to Camdozaal. And we'll start mining some of these purple baronite materials. I think later on we can construct some kind of mace. And there we have it, we have just picked up 17 mining. I think this method is going to be fairly reclined to train a bit more in the future. Again, I'm not too sure what to do with these baronite shards. But for now, I think we'll end the video there. We'll knock out the rest of the requirements to unlock Dorgish Khan City. And we'll finally get about unlocking the oil lantern so we can fish up those beautiful swamp eels. And we have something pretty special in mind for next episode. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.